312 inbound emails a week. Claude flagged 47 as actual buyers with 89% precision. The other 265 I never had to read. Look, if you're a solopreneur losing 2 hours a day sorting who wants to pay versus who wants a free consultation, this is for you. I'm going to show you the exact 3-level agent architecture traders are using to copy smart money, aimed at your inbox instead. Everyone's pointing Claude at trading, which is zero sum. Inbox intent is positive sum and pays back in week 1. I'm Lazar. I run this on a home PC for zero infra cost. Let's start with why level 1 alone isn't enough. Here's the setup I want to walk you through, because it's been running in production for 4 months on my own PC, and it routes real client leads every single day. The pain is simple, and every solopreneur watching this knows it. You open Gmail on Monday morning, and there are 80 unread emails. Some are buyers ready to send money. Some are people who want to pick your brain for free. Some are cold outreach. Some are newsletters. Some are your accountant. And you spend the first 2 hours of your week playing human classifier instead of doing the work you're actually paid for. I measured it for a month before I built this. 2 hours and 11 minutes a day. Average on inbox triage across 3 accounts. That's 11 hours a week gone before I've written a single line of code or sent a single proposal. So I looked at the 3-level agent pattern people are using for trading bots, where level 1 pulls data, level 2 scores it, level 3 acts on it autonomously. And I realized the exact same shape works for email intent. Trading is a bad target because you're fighting other agents. Inbox intent has no opponent. It's just signal extraction from text, which is what Claude is genuinely great at. Let me walk you through the 3 levels. Level 1 is the ingestion layer. I use the Gmail MCP server connected to Claude, and every 15 minutes it pulls unread emails from the last 7 days across all 3 accounts. For each email it extracts 4 things: sender address, sender domain, subject line, and the first 200 characters of the body. That's it. No attachments, no threading, no history. 200 characters is enough for Claude to know what someone wants. Everything gets dropped into a SQLite table with a timestamp and a status flag set to unscored. This runs on WSL Ubuntu on my home PC. Zero cloud cost. Level 2 is where the real work happens. A second Claude call reads every unscored row and classifies it into one of 4 buckets: buyer intent, tire kicker, partnership, or noise. Along with the bucket, it returns a confidence score between 0 and 1, and a 1-sentence justification. The prompt is specific. I don't ask Claude to guess if someone will buy. I ask it to look for concrete signals, mentions of budget, mentions of timeline, mentions of a specific problem they need solved, mentions of team size, mentions of team size, mentions of tools they currently use. When 3 or more of those signals appear in 200 characters, that's almost always a buyer. When someone writes, "Love your content, quick question," with no context, that's almost always a tire kicker. Claude is very good at this because it's a text classification problem with a clear rubric, not a prediction problem. The score and justification both go back into SQLite. Level 3 is the autonomous routing layer, and this is where the 11 hours a week actually come back. Any email scored buyer intent with confidence above 0.75 gets pushed to my Telegram in real time, with a suggested reply draft that Claude generates from the full email body. I read it on my phone. I edit it if needed. I hit send. Partnership emails get pushed to a separate Telegram channel with lower priority. Tire kickers get a canned, polite response and get archived. Noise gets auto-archived with a label so I can audit it later. And I do audit it. Every Sunday I pull 20 random noise emails and check if any were misclassified. That's how I know the precision number is real. 80 89% precision on buyer intent means of the 47 emails flagged buyer this week, 42 actually were. 5 were false positives, usually cold outreach from real buyers that looked like spam because they used a template. That's the main failure mode. When a genuine buyer uses a mail merge tool, the first 200 characters look identical to spam, and the agent downgrades them. I patch this by adding a second pass. If the sender domain has a real company website with a pricing page, upgrade the score by 0.2. That caught most of them. Real numbers from 4 months in production. 312 emails per week average across 3 accounts. Roughly 47 flagged as buyer intent, 89% precision on that flag. About 11 hours per week saved on triage, verified by comparing my calendar time on email before and after. Infrastructure cost is 0 because it runs on the home PC that's already on. A PI cost is roughly $8 per month in Claude tokens because each classification is a small prompt. Payback was immediate. The reason this architecture wins over any single-shot classifier is the separation of concerns. Level 1 just moves data. Level 2 just scores. Level 3 just acts. When something breaks, and things break, you know exactly which layer to fix. When Gmail's API rate limited me last month, Level 1 queued and retried, and Levels 2 and 3 kept working on the backlog. When I changed the scoring rubric, I only touched Level 2 and the routing rules didn't need to change. That's the whole point of the pattern. It's not about being fancy, it's about being fixable at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday when you actually need it to work. And the same shape works for anything with inbound signal and outbound action. Support tickets, form submissions, DMs, invoice arrivals, contract deadlines. Anywhere you're doing human classification on repetitive text, the 3-level pattern applies. If you want this exact intent scoring stack wired into your own inbox without spending a weekend on Gmail API auth, that's one of the automations we ship for clients at bizflowai.io. Go see what we've built for other solopreneurs at bizflowai.io. Hit subscribe and ring the bell so the next automation breakdown finds you. And if you've got a workflow eating hours a week, book a free 30-minute discovery call at bizflowai.io, and we'll map out what to automate first.